Malik Nabers might eventually need surgery on his toe. And this report here, we broke this earlier, and not many people were on this thing until right now. And you start to see a lot of people talking about it. Malik Nabers eventually might need toe surgery, but has a great management plan. This is not what you want to hear from your star wide receiver you're taking at like 7, 8, 9 overall in your draft. Now, if he falls to around 12 overall, let's say his ADP becomes 1.2, and I've done 2 or 3 drafts already to test out where the reaction and temperature is in the best ball community. It appears to be 1.9 to 1.11, kind of a reaction that you would expect, and one that might potentially get you back into the Malik Nabers drafting game. But as we discussed on the earlier show, it's a tough thing to suggest that this guy makes it through the season without getting put on injured reserve. It's hard to imagine this team, this New York Giant team, winning games. It's hard to imagine them looking good down the stretch, and it's even harder to imagine this staff saying, keep running them out there. We're going to have some sort of risk meter I'm going to create on this channel, and it springboards off of this situation specifically, but we're going to use it all year long. A meter that tells you the likelihood of a player finishing the year. Because there are certain scenarios where this feels telegraphed. Like, if anything goes awry, he's sitting. If the team's losing and they're out of it and his toe's hurting him, he's sitting. This is probably, if I had to guess, the most likely player to leave you hanging in the final couple weeks, even if he plays well. Now, then you got to talk about, do you draft him at 12 at the discount, ride the coattails into weeks 11, 10, 8, and do what you should have or could have done with Joe Mixon, where Mixon was a number 1, number 2, number 3, number 5, number 2, number 1 running back all year long till week 10. And if you would have just drafted him at his great ADP and traded him in hindsight, that would have been the way to go. Your boy said Mixon would fail you. He did fail, but I'll take a lap on not suggesting the better angle of expecting failure to draft Joe Mixon cheaply, then trade him by double-digit weeks. You would have made out like a bandit. But the thing about this is, this isn't Joe Mixon's 2024 very cheap cost of entry. This is still a very high value player. This is still Achane. This is still Bucky. If you wanted to even reach on Bucky or Achane at 12, is it safer than taking Malik Nabers? I'm going to say it's safer to take Bucky, Achane, BTJ, London. I hate to say it.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Smitty is also live whenever news breaks.
I hate to say it, but why would you? It's not like you're going to benefit from drafting Nabers in a very bad offense with bad quarterback play. That's better than last year. He's a quarterback-proof player. But you're passing on BTJ, who could ball out anyway. St. Brown, Bucky, Achane, they could ball out anyway. They could be balling out so well that even a great playing Nabers can't get you that straight across during the season. I've got to say, I don't even think I said on the earlier show, 1.12, I'd get back in. I don't know that I will. It's not that I don't love Malik Nabers, but ladies and gentlemen, we have multiple red flags. We have team sucks. Team probably won't live near the red zone. Doesn't matter, he's situation proof, right? He's quarterback proof. But now you throw this in. I don't know how you fend all of this off and make it out on the other side in week 17, 16, 15 with him playing healthy, him staying on the field, them not shutting him down. There's no way that this guy deserves to be taken over Achane or Bucky or BTJ or really even London. Not in 2025. Dynasty's a whole different conversation. We go by him in Dynasty if anybody's even panicked enough that maybe they need to win now, and they've got a team that might start changing in a year or two, so they want to win now, and they're afraid of this. They might sell Nabers on the cheap. I doubt you get him in Dynasty leagues very easily because of this, because it's just surgery and he's back. But people have a weird reaction that you can't just assume that he's not available. You can't assume that the person that has Nabers wasn't thinking of trading him anyway. Maybe he hates the Giants situation. Maybe he's really, really bent out of shape about the quarterback room anyway, and this just puts him right over the edge. I don't think... yeah. I don't think I'm in. I don't think I'm in on this at all. BBQ dropping the gifted membership. And, BBQ brought this up earlier, too, when we were talking about the negatives, about how they'll shut him down. They'll shut him down. The second the playoff hopes are gone, which will be like week 5, they're going to be in heightened alert mode to press the red button that literally they press it and they run on the field with a cart, shove him on it, and drive him straight to the locker room and put him right in a boot for the rest of the offseason. This is a player that will be on heightened, ripped from your lineup, raptured from your lineup alert until the end of the season. Giants week 15, Commanders. Giants week 15 is the Commanders, week 16 Vikings, week 17 Raiders for a nothing game, says BBQ. BBQ, thank you for the super chat, my man. Dropping the super wattage on screen, and the maximum. This isn't going to hit well. This is going to slap pretty bad for some people. It's going to slap hard, and some people aren't going to be prepared to get slapped back. They're just going to want to. They're going to want to take. They're going to want to. I don't know how they're going to react. We'll open the phone lines, but we're going to have a lot of, I think, underreacting Ungers more so than overreacting Oscars. I don't think this is an overreaction. I think this is a smart play, because here's the picture I'll paint you. Okay, you close your eyes. And sweet BTJ is on your roster, just dropping wads and loads for you, or Achane. Picture whichever one you want. Just close your eyes. You want Achane in your little dream here? Picture Achane. You want BTJ? Picture BTJ. What are they doing? What's BTJ and Achane doing in week 15, 16, 17? Are they sitting back with their feet up on the pine, just kind of like, sitting there not doing anything, or are they putting in work? Is BTJ dropping a 150-yard, 1-touchdown game? What's the worst case scenario here? I'm wrong, and Nabers balls out in week number 15, 16, 17, alongside of the player that we're probably going to pass on Nabers to go get. This feels like the similar situation we were talking about earlier with Barkley. You can take Barkley, or you can take Bijan or Gibbs or Lamb. And if Barkley does continue to ball out without getting hurt, guess what? The person that got Barkley won, and you also won, and it's a wash. You both have advantages. You both drafted amazing players that played well. But if Barkley breaks after his 430-plus carry season, you're winning a league, and you're not ruining your league by drafting him. Same situation. BTJ, Achane, Bucky, even Bucky, who goes in the late second round, is worth taking over Nabers, because in the worst of scenarios for me, if I take Bucky, I'm probably breaking even, and I avoided all the risk, and we both have the same type of value. That is the best case scenario for the Nabers drafter. My line in the sand, I don't know where it is, and this is what it is. And we talked about this earlier. Someone said, what do you think about Nabers? You worried about Nabers? My answer was, look, and my answer was the only answer to give. We wait until the next update. We've already drafted him. We've already got a bunch of Nabers. We'll adjust and adapt from the moment we hear bad news or don't hear bad news moving forward, meaning we move them up or keep them the same, or we hear a bad piece of news and we jump off the ship. And we enjoy the fact that we got a lot of Nabers shares already. This, unless he falls out of round 1, there's nothing to discuss. The players in round 1, even at 1.12, Genty, are you really taking Nabers over Genty? You can't. Genty's the better pick at 1.12. Because in the worst case scenarios, he balls out and Nabers balls out, and you were wrong about Nabers. Boo-hoo. You got Genty. You're not even sweating it. Superflex Dynasty 0.5 tight end premium Hampton 26 plus 28 first, $15 in fab. Give me Hampton. Give me the now piece, bro. I mean, certainly would do the 1 pick and the 2028. I mean, you got to pay both of them in order to get a guy that you would rank at 3 or 4 overall, because you can't guarantee anybody that either of those picks are number 3. So you pay the premium of the 2 picks to get the top 3 guy. Day 1 of challenge, 12K steps, rock out, putting it on paper. Your boy, 42 days. Everybody out there, drop a receipt of your challenge. What are you challenging yourself to do? Walk 10,000 steps a day, 12,000 steps a day. Rock out says 5,000 steps a day. Maybe you already do 8 and you want to up it to 10. Maybe you want to just work out every day. Maybe you want to eat better. Maybe you want to give up Coke. I'm going to run about 1.5 miles a day, work out every day, stop drinking Coke entirely until I get to my ideal weight, and then I might drink like 2 a day or something, because I'll easily be able to maintain. But I got to quit for like a month. 42 days of running, working out, intermittent fasting, eating during just a window of time. I kind of had like 1.5 meals during my window, so it's like not like you're eating just 1 meal, but you try not to eat like 3 meals in there. You get full anyway. Put your receipt out as to what you want to drop on that. Okay, 181 in here from YouTube, or 150 from YouTube, 150 to 180 from YouTube. Twitter, we got some people from X. Drop your like and subscribe if you're new. This is not good. This is not ideal. And for those that are kind of late to the party, this is what everybody started reporting on, and we said, no, there's more to this. There wasn't really much on this at all. We were like really the only ones talking about it. Nabers practicing in full today is what everybody kept running with. But on the side of that, the guy was quoted saying this, and this report had it, where he said that, let me read this from the top. However, his toe issue is not a thing of the past. Nabers admitted he may have his summer reps limited, with surgery being an option somewhere down the line, possibly next season or after the season after. So this is something that he's going to try and play with for what, 2 years? You know, there's some dynasty impact there. That's up in the air, but decisions will be made when the time is right. When the time is right. What's that mean? When the time is right, like meaning week 10, maybe week 12, week 15, when the season's over, because the Giants are going to suck, because you got hospital ball Russ Wilson throwing these moon balls in the air. Take a hospital ball, moon balls all around. You know, when this team's got 3 or 4 wins, if that, by week 12, maybe 2 wins, whatever it ends up being, is that when we're going to decide when the time is right? When the time is right. But I've been managing it well. Managing it, just like this Pro Football Talk quote, Malik Nabers eventually might need toe surgery, but has a great management plan. Fantastic. We got a little management plan in order to keep him on the field from week to week. Not only is this a concern for him playing at a lesser value, at a lesser production point, right? You also have the fact that this needs a management plan not to get progressively worse during the year. You also have surgery if this team ends up playing badly and losing games, and you also have a potential long-term effect if he's got to plan out for a longer period of time. We don't know the details on exactly what's wrong inside the toe. We imagine it's a turf toe situation of some sort, ligament issue. It's got to be affecting him at some point. And to need surgery for it not to get better, it's certainly not just staying exactly the same. It's probably gaining some flexibility back, and it heals a little bit, but then it gets worse, and then it heals, and then it gets worse. The one thing that I can tell you with almost a certainty when we're talking about injuries is when you injure something and you re-injure it, you almost never go back to square one, to ground zero. you almost always make it worse. You almost always end up going past the point you were originally at. And so to put this in perspective, think of it from this angle. You've got this situation where Malik Nabers has a toe injury in college, plays on it, it heals up, he comes back, he plays on it, and every time he can get it like rejuvenated and reset, right? He ends up going out there, stressing it worse, and then the next offseason it takes longer for him to get back to healthy enough to be where he was last time. Eventually it will stop happening. The stretching of that process will eventually break, and that's where we're at right now. Dial in.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
It's not good. It's not good. We were going to do a chord on this one, but we'll probably do it another time on this one. BBQ had a good idea of doing a chord episode, but this is really just covering this from a little more extensive viewpoint. I mean, a lot of times we go live when news breaks, right? That's kind of the mantra here. So things settle in after about an hour or two. And I know I'm almost about 99.999% accurate on my prediction of that I will, when I start feeling like I'm heading somewhere, I'm almost 99.9% going to go there. So when you hear me say something like, I really believe that in the next couple weeks or days, I'm going to be off this, I'm almost always like 100% right that I'm going to go that way. Like it's just something about me. When I start going in a direction, I just keep meandering there, and you can't pull me back. And I knew leaving the episode at 8 p.m. that I wasn't going to be long. I said days or weeks. It's now hours that I would be heading in a direction to where in redraft, I don't know that it is something that anybody should be playing around with. Not with the potential, value that's still on the board that's equivalent to Nabers even right now. BTJ could outperform Nabers right now. He did last year. BTJ, Genty, Achan could all outperform Nabers even if Nabers plays a full year. Even if you just look at, let's say Nabers, we snap our fingers and his toe's actually getting better and it's fine. We're not worried about it. Nabers still might not outperform BTJ or Genty because his situation is dog crap. So dog crap situation, carousel of quarterbacks. Not only is the quarterback situation not good, but as it rotates through, you have setbacks and recidivisms. And you have all kinds of things that take steps back in the offense and the structure. Is the rapport there yet? Does that need to be reestablished even though they practice together? You got Jackson Dart going out there and throwing a pick six on his first play. You got Moonman Russell throwing those balls up in the air. We don't really know what's going to happen here. And while it once was an exciting topic in the offseason, we are an adjust and adapt people. And I've always told you, do not think that you're going to come into this live stream, hear something one day, and then not have the risk of hearing it differently the next day, because that's not my job. My job is not to stick to my guns, dig my heels in, and say, well, I talked a big game about Nabers early in the offseason. Things change. Buckle up, Buttercup. This is not some cookie cutter. I've got my Excel sheet. I said this in the offseason. I'm going to keep pounding the table on this prediction. That's not the way we operate. I'm not saying Nabers will bust for sure. I'm just saying, why in the hell would you risk it with BTJ, Genty, Achan, and I'm even going to say Bucky, just to give you that wide range of where this thing could still go and me not be okay with it. Even if London and Bucky start entering this conversation, and that's in round 2, I still don't know what I'm thinking. We'll get to round 2 value if and when Nabers' ADP falls. I was shocked nobody else was even talking about this. It was all just this report here. Nabers fully practicing. And you even go to giant pages and whatever, and they're like, hey, it's going to be 1,800 yards and 95 touchdowns. Like, they don't have a clue. They're not reporting on this thing. They're acting like it's fine. He's had it since college. It's all fine. It's all fine and dandy. The moment this man's, and I told you this, I said the moment we get any news, we will adjust and adapt. I said that weeks ago. I said that a month ago, really. Maybe even more than a month ago. The moment we have any sort of news, and one of the examples I gave was that he takes a step backwards and they start limiting his practice reps. And you might say, Smitty, so that didn't happen because Nabers practiced in full. Did you not hear what I just ended up saying right here? Where he said that he might have his summer reps limited with surgery being an option somewhere down the line, possibly next season. So limitations are still in play, and a management plan has been implemented. That is a step backwards on many levels. The management plan alone, if I came in here and told you something about a management plan, like, hey, just to let you know, I'm kind of not feeling like producing shows like I used to. I'm going to have like a plan in place to kind of, create content. What's the first thing you think? This guy ain't bringing the A game anymore. This mofo is not going to be here on the daily anymore. We got a management plan where I'll still create content. It's just a plan. We got a plan in place. That you won't see that fool ever again. That's what I'm feeling. This management plan thing just kicked me right in the sack. You about ESPN buying Red Zone NFL Network soon? I don't know. I think it'll be all right. But yeah, it'll be all right. I think ESPN gets a really bad rap. I mean, ESPN, I'm not saying ESPN's the best. I'm not saying that at all. I think ESPN has turned into a weird circus in a lot of ways. And they cover so much WNBA now. It's like overdone, and it makes me turn off. I don't want to watch the WNBA covered in equal fashion to the NBA. And they do it because they have to, not because people want to even see it. So there's a lot of things about ESPN that bother me, and it makes me not even watch it as much anymore. But I do think ESPN, it has been good to us over the decades. And I still think, at the end of the day, I don't know that much would change. They're not going to try and fix a wheel that's been working amazingly. So we'll see what happens. But, I just get so tired of them not listening to the people that are consuming the majority of the content. Let's see here. Not getting the toe taken care of this past off season is a major fumble. Shaking my head, says Sam. Yeah. I really, really wish they would have. And I'm not trying to trash the WNBA, to each their own. If you love watching the WNBA, that's great. I'm not trying to. But I hate when it's literally shoved upon you. Like, here, you must consume equal shares. Like, I just don't. It's just, it's a lot. It's a lot to take. I barely have time as it is to follow what I want to follow. And now I've got to comb through half an episode to find things when I used to watch the entire show. With Nabers news, Terry over Nabers redraft without ADP. No, that's getting a little ridiculous. Look, Terry's holding out. He's got his own risk and regression. That's taking it, Daniel, way too overboard. There's no way. Look, I'm talking about him dropping into the top of 2, and then we have a new conversation. Revisit when we start talking about it again. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about a 4th rounder, bro. You're going from 100 miles an hour to 5 miles an hour. You still got you went below a school zone. Picking 6 in my main league, I know for a fact Lamb Gibbs will be gone. How do you know that for a fact? Because they've told you. Hey, who are you taking? I'm taking Lamb. Like, no one's telling you crap, bro. But anyway, you might be able to be predictive with this. Was planning to go Nabers. Who do you prefer there now? Puka, St. Brown, Barkley. Give me if Lamb, JJ, Gibbs, Bijan, and Jamar Chase are gone, I want Genty. And I'm doing it live. Thank you for your super chat, young man. And then Sam with one more says Jerome Ford, number 73, running back in your redraft rankings. I'll look at it, Sam. I can't tell you honestly why he's sitting there. I'll move him up, but He might not move up as much as you think because some of it is also about like the longevity of the value, but that does sound a little low. I'll take a look at it. He's talking about thefantasyfootballshow.com. Some things fall through the cracks, which is why I do a full comb over of the rankings like every week, or about every Sunday night. I go through it. Because a piece of news will nudge somebody and they'll be like, God, not enough to, and then the news gets worse, and then all of a sudden like you forget to update that specific situation. So sometimes like a player might fall a little bit or rise a little bit and they shouldn't. But I'll take a look if there's an error in that, or if maybe he should be above, 10 more players, or honestly, am I ranking for upside on half of what you're looking at? And it's like Dylan Sampson above Ford, even though Ford's starting off the starter, I'd rather have Dylan Sampson for the long run. But if, this is context matters. If you need some upfront help with Ford over Sampson, it makes sense to draft Ford. Travis, you're live.
Hey, what's up?
What's up?
Earlier on, I think it was Rain in the chat. He was asking if he could get BTJ and Besh in Dynasty for Neighbors. Would you do it right now, or would you hold?
First of all, I don't care. I could give two craps about Besh. So let's take Besh out. Can we add something else? Can we like say, hey, you know what? I need something else, and maybe he's got something that you can swap that out. But the thing is, I think I honestly do still want something significant. This isn't just for show. Like, hey, go get me something else because we can get away with it. Like, I really do believe in Dynasty. We have to be very careful because this is the next Jamar Chase. I'm not saying that doesn't get derailed for, let's say he has surgery and then he's not ready for the next year, or he has a bad year, his first year back from that surgery. I don't know. Like, we don't really know if there's like a 1.5 year glitch in his matrix.
Yeah, well, that's the tough part is we don't know specifically.
We don't
know exactly what this is right now. So it could be something, 4 to 6 weeks and they fix it, or it could be he needs a pin or a screw in.
Yeah, I would say
we really don't know.
I would say you impress me with this spot instead of Jack Besh, then maybe we talk. But we're talking about something specific. But in Dynasty, we got to keep grounded on the fact that that Jamar Chase and Neighbors are in some ways equals in Dynasty. A very, very different conversation, and we do both on here, so it's a really good thing to cover. And this show will also probably fall under the Dynasty row on my YouTube channel. I have rows for all the topics. So Dynasty, Panic Chamber, Waiver Wire will have its own row. Start Bench Advice will have its own row on the YouTube channel. So make sure you're utilizing my homepage on my YouTube channel. But this will be a Dynasty show because we're talking about Dynasty too. I definitely think that you got to be careful. But yeah, like, what could be the kicker? Travis Hunter. Give me Travis. I know most people probably wouldn't have both of them. Give me.
What if it's a first rounder?
Yeah, you give me a first rounder. I think I'm in the conversation now. I don't know that I smashed the button though.
Yeah.
So Flyer, you're asking kind of a silly question, bro. But it's silly now. I wonder if it will be silly 2 years from now. But he said Neighbors of the Redskins. Neighbors, JD5 and Neighbors, will they ever come together again? The Giants are that kind of organization that, like the Browns, you should never think you know what they're going to do. This is not happening now. I could promise you that. But who knows what's in store come re-up time. And Neighbors is demanding a trade or something, and he wants to get over to Washington that badly. Right now, it's a silly conversation, but 2 years from now, a year from now, I don't know. Yeah. But not.
I think.
No.
I think just to reiterate what you were saying, Casey is saying, would you take Henry or CMC over Neighbors? Like, no, we still have to wait for him to fall into the second round. Right?
Well,
start talking.
Well, okay, so you're right, because I have CMC in round 2, but the rest of the world has CMC in round 1 right now. So maybe we have to at least shoot it down versus say it's because CMC is his ADP is like 1.7. And kind of like that guy asking, what do I do now? Take Barkley. Clearly, in whoever super chatted that question to me about taking, who do you take now? Was it Atwell? It's okay that you haven't watched my show for a while. You're getting back into it. We appreciate all people coming in left and right from, I haven't been here for a year or I've been here all year. I appreciate everybody. But Barkley's not someone I'm drafting in round 1. Not that I expect him to go in round 2. I'm not an idiot. Well, maybe you think I'm an idiot because I want to draft Barkley, but either way, neither here nor there. I'm just taking safer players. He has 430 carries to his name from last year. But CMC's also somebody that I don't understand how people are taking him at 1.7. So the answer is no. But that doesn't mean that I'm like choosing one or the other. I'm just not drafting either at 1.7. So Travis is right in that we shouldn't be looking at that because Nabers, it needs to fall into round 2. And I guess to answer his question, if let's say CMC did fall to round 2 though, let's say he did, I'm still not taking CMC or Nabers if I have certain players on the board. And I'm really not taking CMC anywhere in round 2.
Now what about Henry? Because he was asked about Henry as well. So I guess, Henry must be he's not a round 1. He's got to be round 2, right?
Well,
Most redrafts.
Henry's ADP. Let me pull up a couple drafts that are fresh on. Let's see, Henry's.
And when you figure in redraft, he probably gets bumped up a few spots.
Henry went 16. I would say in non-PP in non-best ball, because wide receivers are drafted so heavy, Henry's going about 15 overall. So I believe he's a 12, 13, 14 turn in non-best ball. I think if Nabers fell right there at the turn into round 2, I'm still Achan's still going after Henry, it seems. And London's still going after Henry and Achan, it seems right now. Even on Underdog. Now, London's going at 18, 19 on Underdog right now and dropping. I don't know why. His ADP's dropping. So if he's dropping on Underdog in non-best ball, maybe London's a late second rounder. I don't know. I don't know. If he's a late second rounder, that's a steal. But here's the problem.
I bet he is.
Here's the crutch, though. It's like, at the end of the day, I like Bucky Irving over Nabers, and I don't ever want to have to draft that. So I'm trying to figure a way out of that. So if anybody's going, are you serious? I'm trying to tell you, I'm not taking Bucky at 1.9 because you don't need to. But what I'm trying to figure out is a way around this. So if Bucky falls to his normal ADP of round 2, and in round 1, I'm not wanting to take, Bucky here. I think that's what I'm just saying. Give me BTJ. Like I don't, or give me Genty and Bucky. But at the end of the day, I'm just trying to tell you that like I can't see myself, even if let's say Nabers were to fall down into the second round, the middle of the second round, or even pick 14 or 15, and Bucky sitting there. I'm taking Bucky over Nabers in redraft, not in Dynasty. Dynasty's a different conversation, but in redraft, I can't justify if Nabers falls to the appropriate ADP, and we're not talking about Bucky in round 1. We're talking about BTJ in round 1, Genty in round 1, then Bucky in round 2. But if Nabers should fall, I cannot envision myself in any scenario taking Nabers in redraft. Best ball, non-best ball, Grandma League and Edna's League, doesn't matter if Bucky's still there. I can't do it. I just can't do it. Let me merge real quickly. Sorry, Travis, are you still there? Travis, call back. I forgot to merge the call in here. Hold on a second, caller. Let me merge Travis in. Sorry, Travis. I thought I hit merge and it didn't merge and you were sitting there. Let me go to the caller who just called in and then back to Travis. Caller, you're live. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey man, it's Smitty. I'm Dominic
What's up,
from
Dominic?
DC,
What's up, my boy?
Redskins fan.
What's
What's
up?
up, buddy? And I got the 1.11 right. I'm in a double flex league, and I don't want to fall victim to the early quarterback strategy because I am in a double flex, and I do want a strong like I just want a strong flex. That's what I'm trying to say. And I feel like every time I reach for a quarterback like Jalen Hurts in the 3.11, like I end up with a bad core, like a bad receiving core, and I really don't want that. So
Okay.
I don't know how to approach that in the 3.11. I don't know if I should take Kenneth Walker, Marvin Harrison over Jalen Hurts. Like I don't know if that's a reach.
Well, why can't you just take like Mahomes or Bo Nix or something like that later if you end up if you don't see anybody at the let's call it the so you have 3.11 you said, so 4.2,
Right, yep.
5.11 or
Yeah. 5 point. In my league, I think Mahomes might fall to the 7.11 in the regular redraft.
7.11.
Yeah,
What?
in the regular redraft, I think. Yeah,
Well,
I think.
so where's the
there's a
problem?
big chance.
Where's the problem? Or Bo Nix
Yeah.
will fall to the 7th round. So if you're not loving the process of going early quarterback with your draft slot, with your people, with your ADP on your platform, then just wait for Mahomes and Bo Nix. And I mean, that's what I would do, bro. If you don't like it, don't. I mean, I and then in that draft slot specifically, you could get Genty and Achan and or go wide receiver. You could go Genty, London, or Genty and BTJ. And then BTJ and Genty's filthy. And then in round 3 at 3.11, you're talking about Kyron, Breece Hall, Chase Brown. And then look at the quarterbacks there. But I mean, God, you grab Josh Allen there. It's not bad. And then like Rashee Rice is pretty solid at that 3.11 or 4.2, I think.
Yeah, I think I would definitely say Rashee Rice. Like I don't care if he gets a 4 suspension game. Like as long as he's there by week 4, man, that's all I want.
So Genty, BTJ, and you could even take Rice at that 3.11 just to be safe. So 3.11. This is 1.11. This is 2.2. And then at the 4.2, well, hold on, 4.2. Do you think is Breece Hall fall there, or is he gone because it's early running back?
I think he's gone.
Hampton?
I think he's gone. Yeah, he's definitely there.
So Genty, BTJ, Rice, Hampton, Mahomes. I like that.
Ooh, that's nasty. I like that, bro. That's a great squad. Also, I have another question. At the 5.11, I don't know who I should take because this is the list of guys up there: David Montgomery, Calvin Ridley, Jerry Jeudy, Aaron Jones, and Travis Hunter. George Pickens. I don't know which one of those players I should pick. Like I'm not certain on any player, but I like Travis Hunter a lot. But I just don't know if I should choose a running back in that.
Don't worry about a running back or a receiver. Just pick the best player. But Hunter stands out big time, bro. Hunter there is perfect.
He's the best player available at that range.
Easily.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Harvey, Hendy, Harvey, Hampton. Hendy, Harvey, Hampton. Right there. I can almost guarantee you that feels like the best player available to me without even looking.
So the
or quarterback. What pick is this? What is this? What pick?
5.11, 6.2. That's the range.
Yeah. It's filthy area.
Okay, I got you.
And then if not, Mahomes. Or if it's too early, that's fine. Get him in the 6th round.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I wait to 7. I'd take him at that 6th pick, 6.2.
Okay.
Take him at 6.2. All right, especially if you get Rice. If you get Rice at 3.11, take.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Oh,
all right, bro.
Yeah. All right, thank you.
All right, call back if you got another one. All right, Travis, let me get these super chats real quickly. I have Super Soda. Super Soda, man. Super Soda lover. I got bad news for you, bro. I stopped drinking soda today. I'll tell you what, this water tastes like shit. I'm gonna have to get used to water. It's like and I had bad heartburn today. Well, I drink the vitamin water, but that is calories. So when I'm intermittent fasting, part of me thinks I'm going to intermittent fast until I get to like 209. Right now I'm at 216 probably with all the water weight that I've lost today. Once I get like below, when I'm like at 208, 209, part of me thinks I could maybe do away with the intermittent fasting and just without the soda and all the running and working out. But we'll see. I got to get to that mark because BBQ's dropping a $500 hauler if I get to my goal weight. So I got to do it no matter what. I'm an intermittent fast. Is if it drops like slowly and I've got 10 days left, I can't screw around with not intermittent fasting. But intermittent fasting is so good for you because you can feel your body eating itself. It's crazy. You just like, and you got energy in a weird way. It's so weird what it does to your body and your energy levels. You're kind of just like, you almost running around proud of yourself. It's a weird feeling. You're like, just like, I'm busy. It's just like your body's just, because your body's working. You're working and your body's working. And I can't describe the feeling, but it's like an inner proud of yourself type of feeling. You're like, you're doing good work down there. Your stomach's just eating away all the fat. I listen year round, big dog. Thanks, Genty to the moon. Okay. Sorry. I didn't mean that in a disrespectful way. I just meant, like, I definitely am a non-taking Barkley at one point. I mean, I guess there's worlds where I'd do it, but I don't know. Would you trade Debo 27 first, 26 third for Rashee Rice? Yes, I would. Thank you. May I have another? That would be an easy call, my boy. Would you trade Hampton for Caleb Johnson and Trey Harris? Only if I like losing, Soda Lover. That you trading away Hampton for Caleb Johnson and Trey Harris, even though I love Trey Harris, would be like handing somebody $100 bill for, two 20s. No one's saying the $20 bills are bad, but you're getting raked over the coals, my boy. I got to trade London and a late first for Nabers and Dynasty. All right, let's hit that one, Travis, because now we're talking about Dynasty. We're also talking about you're getting a first rounder involved. What is your thought process here on London and a late first rounder for Nabers and Dynasty? We kind of already covered it, but I'd like to know what you think.
And it's tough to, if it was a little bit higher first, I'd be 100% on it. I love London, though.
Chat, what do you think, chat? My lean is that Nabers is Jamar Chase in Dynasty.
Yeah, I think like you said before, you still have to get a little bit more, maybe.
And that said,
I don't know. It's a late first.
And that said, though, like when you say, okay, it's Dynasty, the thing that you got to always kind of remind yourself, I even remind myself, is that it might be Dynasty, but you're still playing for this year in the way that, like, if you're drafting a team, you're not drafting a team to win. Like, let's say you did a startup right now. No one should be drafting a team to be like, I'm losing this year. So like it's understandable to say it doesn't matter if it's Dynasty. Like I'm expecting to lose this year if I keep Nabers over London because I believe London has a strong chance of getting shut down. So it's not like you're not making you got to make some redraft decisions in that. It's not even that you're trying to value the future. You're just saying, look, every year in a Dynasty, you're trying to win the money. And even if you're trying to look out for the future, you can still do that and win now. Making a move where, I don't know. I lean Nabers. I could not get rid of him in Dynasty unless I got, like Travis said, a high guarantee, almost high first round pick or a couple picks so that I can do something with him. But it's tempting. I think it's overreaction because he could play well all year. I mean, there's that possibility and have the surgery and be fine the next year and have no missed time. But I just think there's a heightened risk level that makes it more attractive to, in redraft, draft London, in redraft, draft BTJ, in redraft, get Genty over Nabers with the heightened risk that may or may not actually play out that way. Again, remember, I'm not saying that Nabers will 100% bust, so we have to understand that there's a possibility he still plays very well. I'm wrong, and I don't care that I'm wrong because BTJ also balled out, or Genty also balled out. But anybody out there, and I know there are a couple comments, I think, that's acting like it's ridiculous to consider something like that. I mean, it's not. You just hate London. I mean, London might be a number 4 wide receiver in fantasy football walking out of 2025. He might be everyone's consensus number 4, you know. And also keep in mind, BTJ was number 4 last year, outscored Nabers. And so if you were trading Nabers for BTJ straight up, you couldn't even clown on somebody for taking BTJ straight up because he just outscored Nabers. And he plays in a much better system and offense and has a much better coach and probably is a better quarterback. I mean, I assume he does. We'll find out. But I still think T-Law's got talent. Let's hit the phone line. Let's get more phone callers. Hold on, Travis.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
It's such a tough topic, man, because from my perspective, I'm never scared to, like, you know, have to take a hard line stance on anything. That's what I do every day, all day. But it is such a tough line to walk because you're literally trying to not get, you know, blasted on both sides of this, because you really could overreact and Nabers go out and just be what we predicted him to be in the early part of the offseason, potential number 1 overall wide receiver. But again, I come back to the fact that you're making a very safe, logical call to say that the Giants are a red flag.
Yeah.
The Giants are a red flag, number 1. Nabers' injury, you know, just getting injured. Not even like talking about the long term, not talking about shutting him down. Just getting hurt in the middle of the year is a red flag. Being pulled early, which is not necessarily related. I mean, it's related to the injury, but these are 2 different risks. You know, being pulled and shut down just because there's nothing to gain. Let's just get him in there and have him surgery earlier. But he still could have played if they were winning. 2 separate things. And then there's the other part. So the Giants, you know, suck. But you also have, on top of that, multiple QBs that are a different problem, even though they're related and correlated. There's literally at least 4 major red flags. And my thinking is always, when there's more than one red flag that you can't solve, you know, all of them based on like fabricated news that's causing people to be concerned about them, you can't solve 4 of them. All 4 of these are too heavy to allow, you know, to hold down your situation and your team. These are crazy.
Yeah, every red flag just ups that percentage chance that something's going to go wrong for you and it's going to be a bust, or it's not going to get the points you need, and you know, value on someone else with way less red flag. I've always shied away from injury alone because usually there's someone, you know, comparable. Like Nabers is a rare case because he is a Jamar Chase type. But.
And this is the biggest red flag of them all: pulled early, getting pulled early. We got a $20 hauler from Alan coming in strong with a 20 watt. Alan, appreciate you. Let's go, Alan.
Alert! Super chat alert!
Let's go! Mashed potatoes!
Yeah, buddy. Thank you, Alan. Appreciate you very, very much. Alan says the following. Let me put his super chat up here and answer this bad boy. Alan, appreciate you. Which side of the trade do you like in Dynasty? Knicks or Kyler Murray, Pat Bryant, and a third rounder? Give me Bo Nix. That's a pretty easy call for me. I like Kyler. Don't get me wrong. You guys know I like Kyler Murray, but Bo Nix is my dog. Bo Nix, Allen is a potential top 5 quarterback, and really he scored. Travis, did we figure he scored 7 in 6-point and 4-point?
I think he was, yeah.
It seemed like we were not getting the right numbers for that because everybody stayed the same, and I felt like we were looking at something. But I believe. Let me put Bo Nix on here since we're talking about this bad boy. I think he was number 7 in all quarterback scoring, and that's as a rookie with no weapons. You know, like, I mean, me saying he's a top 5 guy, everyone's like, "Why the heck do you say that?" He could outscore Jalen Hurts. How could you say that? Well, I mean, he did in 6 for TD leagues. He did, and then Hurts missed time. And if you try and extrapolate that data, he may climb to 3 or 4 overall instead of 7 over Knicks. But you're talking about minuscule amount of points really between 3 and number 7. And you're talking about the fact that Hurts does kind of miss time. Two out of the last 3 years, Hurts has missed at least 2 games, I think. 2 or 3 games. And that tush push is going to take a toll on him. I believe Hurts is playing so injured every year that we have no idea because Sirianni will never tell us. I remember that press conference where Sirianni walked up and they go, "Is Jalen Hurts hurt or something?" And he's like, "Yeah, he's dealing with the back." And then someone interrupted him. He goes, "Hold, what? Oh, no, he's not hurt." And everyone's like, what? And Sirianni's like, "Yeah, he's fine." Like, I don't know how he got away with that. Everybody let it go. He's like, "Yeah, he's not hurt." Like as if he was mistaken. That's a bunch of crap. But Hurts is always banged up in that tush push. And the tush push in Dynasty is going to get taken away. The commissioner's going to take it away. It's a year out from happening, but he's going to be prepared next time.
Daniel in the chat right after you entered his super chat just asked as a follow-up, would you take MHJ in an early first for Nabers, or would you need more? If he knows it's an early first.
I mean, again, this is where I want to be very careful. I don't want people thinking they got to go trade Nabers in Dynasty now.
Agreed.
You know, like it seems like everyone's taking the redraft concerns and they're just trying to like race out there and get rid of them.
That's why I keep bringing it up just to be redundant.
Yeah, no. Totally. Like I'm almost like tempted to keep pushing back on answering these like right away and just being like, look, you know, you need to be blown away by an offer, and if you're not, that means you're selling them at the wrong time. Like, why are you selling Nabers in Dynasty today? If you wanted to get rid of Nabers in Dynasty, you should have done it earlier. But trying to sell him right now, you're going to be selling him at a discount. Don't do it. I mean,
well, especially because if he gets out there and he plays preseason game, he's okay and he looks good, his price will start to, you know, plateau and maybe even get better. You know, like people need to see it to believe it sometimes. So,
yeah,
with this news, you're obviously going to be selling it at a discount.
Yeah, don't do it, guys. Don't do it. It's not smart. It's not smart business. Rockout says, Smitty, what do you think about Hall in Dynasty? I love him. I think he's got 2 or 3 years left at an elite level, and that's enough time. And people play too often for second place. They just do. And you're going to get caught behind. You're going to always be playing for second and third place if you keep worrying about 5 years from now. Broncos head coach Sean Payton said Wednesday that his current Bonix sought out his former QB Drew Brees, and the 2 QBs spent a week together in San Diego. That's what you like to hear.
Yeah, that's never been.
I love Bo Nix. Bo Nix is so climbing to the top.
That shows the he cared. He's humble. He's willing to pick the brain of a guy like Breeze.
It wouldn't shock me in the slightest if Bo Nix is being held in the exact same bucket of not only NFL quarterback as Lamar and Josh Allen and Mahomes, but it wouldn't shock me if in fantasy he becomes an even more dangerous runner. The tush push gets banned, and he becomes one of the top 3 rushing quarterbacks in the league. He's going to have 6 to 8 touchdowns a year. Without the tush push, that will be near the top of the league. And then he'll run for 600 yards, whatever, 700 yards. He's a monster on the ground. Mike Evans and Hawkinson for Tyreek and Kelsey. Jeez. What are we doing there, bro?
Retirement home.
Yeah, it's like, I'll give you my Walker for your Walker. I don't know. I guess give me. I don't know. I don't know. Evans.
You can break that one down either way. You could come out on either side.
Chat. I need the chat's help. I need to ask the audience on this one. Evans and Hawkinson or Tyreek and Kelsey. I don't even know why you would do that move, to be honest. It's almost like you're making both your teams worse. Somehow, I don't know. I need the chat to vote on that one. I wish I could give you a concrete answer, but I can't, my boy. Let's jump into an eliminator. So on Underdog, promo code Smitty. Here's the link. I'll drop it in the live chat. Everybody click on the eliminator in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. And we'll get into an eliminator. If you don't get into my draft, don't get upset. Don't fret. 3 spots. It filled pretty quick.
Pretty overwhelming, Tyreek and Kelsey in the chat.
And I can understand that. I kind of lean that way, to be honest.
Yeah, me too.
I got the 3 pick. I'm not going to be able to get Nabers, but this is good. I want to see where he naturally goes, and I want no influence on where he goes. I don't want to pull the trigger early or something. Should I tier down Chase to Nabers? Now, I did just say everybody should be not trying to trade Nabers in Dynasty, but I don't know that I also go acquire him either when you have Jamar Chase. I don't know. It depends on what the offer is. But in general, I would say I'd rather have Jamar Chase without, it depends what you could get. If it was like a RJ Harvey, sure. If it was a Hunter, yeah. I definitely would strongly consider doing something. But it had to be a significant, especially with the injury situation. You know what I mean? I am on the clock here. Already, I'll go Bijan from the 3. I've been doing the Bijan thing constantly. Although I will say that I'm not sure what I like more, running back or wide receiver here, because I feel like this 22 overall spot, 21, 22, 23 is very hard to predict now. Like sometimes I get wide receivers to fall that shouldn't. Sometimes I get running backs to fall that shouldn't. Sometimes, Bucky goes really early. Sometimes Bucky will fall to that pick. Sometimes London's been going 19 or 20 like every draft I've been doing, which is wild. In a good way. That's great value, but he doesn't fall to me. Yeah, you have a meter for how likely Nabers ends up retiring, like Mike Thomas? No, but I will have a meter. I gotta create it that will say, Travis, remind me of this if I don't do it in the next couple days. I'm gonna write it right here. A meter for finishing the year. So we'll say, what are the odds that this player finishes the year or leaves you hanging? I think we need that because Mike Evans, you'd want to know what are the odds that, Henry, Barkley, Christian McCaffrey. What are the odds that Christian McCaffrey finishes the season? In I guess the measurement would be in the playoffs. Will he be there in the fantasy playoffs? Oh, I didn't even realize Genti went 1.1 in this draft.
Wow.
Woo! Woo! Wow. What's in the water? Like, no pun intended. What's in the water in these drafts? The 3 drafts in a row that I do are wild. Absolutely wild. Bucky at 10. Who's in this? Who took Bucky at 10? Rhino, is that you? The Rhino in our chat? Because he took Neighbors and Bucky. So it smells like one of our people.
Derrick Henry 11.
And this is what I'm talking about. The fall of this just doesn't really. Bowers, Chase Brown. I like Chase Brown here, but I like Bowers here too. Garrett. Well, I think I might. Should I go Garrett Wilson early?
Yeah, I'm fine with him there.
I'm gonna go Bowers, and hopefully Garrett Wilson's there. Your draft lobbies are far from organic. True, Michigan, but this one, I don't think we got a lot of our people in it, though. And I don't think that person was from my crew. The Genty one is not from my crew. I know that. I can tell you that right now. That is not someone I recognize. Maybe it is. Kyron Williams. Maybe, baby. All right, so I'm pretty well balanced. Bijan, Bowers, Garrett Wilson. I'm fine with that.
Jacobs and Tyreek in the second.
Different Rhino. Okay.
Yeah, that's a good point. Drafts can get a little wild around this time because more and more people are coming back to football. So you have people that haven't been drafted jumping in.
Maybe it's Angus. Thank you, Angus. Appreciate your super chat. The only one that has better one-liners than Angus is what was his name from last night? Not Orlando.
Oliver. Oliver has no liners.
I know, those are the best one-liners. Those are the best questions I get, super chat. They're very easy to answer. The blank super chat. Oliver came in strong. He's super chatting like crazy, and I knew we would probably not see him today.
He called in, got confused, got booted from the chat, then came back, super chatted like a maniac.
Phone line's open. Dial in.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
We'll be giving away some Attic.shop t-shirts and hoodies and stuff this year. So once a month, we'll at least give away one of these amazing The Attic.shop pieces of apparel during the colder months like October, November, December. Well, October, yeah, it's colder for a lot of people, but we'll give the hoodies out during those times, and then the t-shirts during the warmer times. The hats, I'm still waiting on these hats. I ended up just going around the hats and creating the hat I have on. You can go see all my merch. Where's my merch? My merch is right here. You can go check out my hats. They're linked in my YouTube store. So if you go here on my YouTube channel, you'll see memberships, you'll see store. If you click on store, and on mobile there's store as well, you'll be able to find these hats, which are they're flex fit, and they're embroidered, so they're not just like a iron on or something like that. These are legit amazing hats. I finally got it hacked and taken care of, so definitely check those out. Almost on the clock here. Please fall. Thank you. Rashee Rice. Bijan, Brock Bowers, Garrett Wilson, Rashee Rice at the very end of round 4 here. That is amazing.
Yep.
That is amazing.
That's nice when you go Brock Bowers second and still get those guys.
I don't take a lot of George Kittle, and he's here. Oh, he just went. That wouldn't be bad. I don't think I'm going to mess around. Look, do I go do you like Trey or Harvey right now? I'm leaning a little more Trey Henderson right now. I go back and forth. JMO here's not.
I always like the starting running back more, because I believe Harvey's going to be the starter.
I'm going to go Trey here because I have so many Harvey shares. I'm going to go Trey. It's a little bit.
Trey. Hendy?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Harris.
No. Trey Henderson or Harvey.
No, my bad.
I'm going to go Trey.
Yeah, I don't know. No, I'm leaning Hendy right now over Harvey, but
yeah.
I misunderstood you about that.
No, that's right. It's a little early. I want to say like 10 picks early, but I didn't want to wait all. This spot's tough. You got to go all the way down and back. I go back and forth. I love both of them. I think Hendy's going to be an absolute monster in the PPR game. This is half PPR, but I think Harvey's going to ball out. I love both of them. I wish I could draft both of them. There was a time. that team that we drafted, where is that damn? I don't think I have. I'd have to go looking for it again. That team we drafted was unbelievable. It was a fantastic team. Where it was the quadruple H's that we drafted. It was unbelievable.
James wants to know how to call into the show. Dial the number.
All right, dial this number right here.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Doing it live, young man. Doing it live.
NGT says, did you get... Yeah, NGT, he answered your super chat. It was the Debo 27 first and 26 third for Rashee Rice.
Yes,
you
take Rice, you say thank you, you ask for another. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. Rhino says, I have the Bijan jogger pants. A year now. Do they fit well? I never ordered the Bijan jogger pants. Do they fit well? Are they good quality? Is this a best ball? It's a best ball, yes. Well, I was hoping Hunter would fall to me, and he did not. But you know my thinking here. I love me some Deebo Samuel this year, and this value, Hunter, Deebo, I could make arguments here. I could definitely make arguments here. So we're gonna roll with the Deebo situation, and we're gonna smash that value and do it live. Caller, you're live. What's your name and where are you calling from? Is this Jimmy? Jimmy from where?
How you doing, Smitty? Yo, it's James from Florida.
What's up, my boy?
So I got the first pick finally this year in my draft.
Mm-hmm.
And I was wondering, because I haven't been too locked into the fantasy stuff yet. I'm like kind of just diving in. Are you locked for Bijan, locked for Chase? I mean, I was going to ask you, I'm kind of thinking about Gibbs. Is that crazy at the one spot?
He's the number one running back last year in most scoring. No, it's not crazy at all. But I'm taking Bijan and Gibbs 1 and 2 now.
Okay, would you? Is there any teams you have with the first pick that you're taking Chase?
I did a lot this offseason, but because I'm done, rushing that value and just brute force drafting it, it's time to move on and start getting some new teams.
Right. Because I guess the thinking right now with the Bengals is, they're losing a lot on the defense. They're having issues with signing Trey Hendrickson. People are thinking that, Bengals are going to have to put up 40 points a game because they're going to be giving up.
Not new. It's not new. It's not different from last year. Nothing's changed. You got injury risk, though, with Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow and slow starts that they've had years before. There's many reasons why the Bengals have not put it together as many years in a row as they should have. So there's reason to say, hey, I've got a boatload of Jamar Chase shares in best ball. I'm willing to walk away and start going Bijan. If you're in your buddy league, your home league, and you got the 1.1, I don't blame you for going Jamar Chase if it's full PPR. Is it full PPR?
We do half, and first down is half.
I go Bijan. Bijan or Gibbs.
Okay.
Bijan or Gibbs. I don't care either one, but that's me. But I also would be very, very tempted to know if you think that it's going to be heavy RB or heavy wide receiver, because either way, it could influence me just a tad. Look at this squad real quickly.
In my leagues, RB flies off the board.
Yeah, real quick, then go Bijan or Gibbs. Real quickly, this team: Bijan, Brock Bowers, Garrett Wilson, Rashee Rice, Trey Henderson, Deebo Samuel, Patrick Mahomes.
Let him cook.
I would definitely take that.
Yeah, doing it live.
All right, well, I'm going to let you get back to your show, man. I appreciate you taking the call.
All right, man. We'll see you later.
Thank you.
Look at that team. Look at it. Look at it.
Like it. The chat believes Loveland will have a Laporta rookie year with Ben Johnson as the coach.
Possible. Very, very possible. Can you call in? Sure.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Dial in. Okay, so we're getting close to my pick here. We've got Fields is there. I have Garrett Wilson. That is an intriguing cross stack that I could get where I'd have Garrett Wilson, Fields, and then Rashee Rice and also Mahomes. I really like the idea of that. What do you think? Or do I grab Kelsey here and not get cute? Because he's about 7 picked players down, 6 players down.
Kelsey or who?
Kelsey or Fields. I'm going to go Kelsey here and just not risk the trio.
I was going to say don't risk it.
Team 1 has a quarterback. Team 2 does not have a quarterback. They may or may not go Fields here anyway, but if Fields falls, so be it. I'll take it, but I don't want to force it. I don't want to miss out. I'd be devastated if I didn't have the trio. This team's solid, man. Brock Bowers, Garrett Wilson, Rashee Rice. Now, this is an eliminator, so you got to make it out of the top 6, which I think this team certainly will. There's the Rashee Rice concern about an eliminator, certainly. But with Deebo as my 3rd wide receiver, being my number 2 wide receiver in weeks 1 through 3, maybe if potentially, it's certainly possible. Oh, Fields is going to make it there, I think, unless this guy goes Fields here. But do I want to go Fields? I got on the board Evan Ingram. I like that. I got Brock Bowers though, so I don't necessarily need it. I'm going to go. I'm going to go Fields here because I think it's so important to dominate quarterback scoring in these 1v1s. So we got Fields, Garrett Wilson, Mahomes, Kelsey, Bowers. I'm sorry, Mahomes, Kelsey, Rice, and then I got Bowers. Also, it's a really, really good squad. Loving this team. The only thing I wish I could also get with this would be like Bo Nix, but Bo Nix went at 90. Bo Nix and Ingram with my Mahomes, Rice, and Bowers. I would have rather had that. But Kelsey, like I would have skipped Kelsey and took Bo Nix and Ingram instead of getting Kelsey and have Mahomes and Rice, Bo Nix, and Ingram. I like that better than having all 3 of the KC guys, but I still love this team. Am I feeling
Hey,
good?
am I on?
Jacobs. Oh, I'm sorry, bro. What's up, John? What's up, John? You're live.
Hey, Smith, how are you, buddy? How you been,
Good.
man?
What's up?
Not much, bro. I wanted to say thanks for everything you do. We've been watching you for a very long time on here, and very informative. Appreciate it. Appreciate
Thank you.
everything you do, brother.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Been watching you the past couple days, and I see we're all high on Drake London. I am too. I had him last year. I thought he was good.
Yes,
But
sir.
question, I've been doing a lot of mock drafting and just like regular just drafting on the Yahoo Fantasy. A lot of people picking Lad McConkey over him and A.J. Brown. What's your thoughts on that? Where do you got Lad McConkey?
Lad is a tough player for me because I like him a lot. This is like J-Mo. Like J-Mo, I told everyone to trade for during the season that he was going to win leagues, and J-Mo was fantastic. He really helped assist win leagues. So I love J-Mo, big J-Mo fan. Problem is, J-Mo was, his ADP climbed to like that. What was the highest that it went, Travis? Is it third? Climbed pretty high for a while.
Yeah, it got up there for a little while.
It got up there. Let me merge this call. Hold on. Caller, hold on 1 second. Mute yourself if you could. I'll come to you in a second. I mean, yeah, J-Mo got too high, and it was like, and then I found myself like cutting J-Mo down to size, and it didn't feel right because I love J-Mo, and it's like it sucked. I'm like, I love J-Mo. I hate that I'm here talking bad about J-Mo, and I'm not even trying to. It was just ridiculous. Hold on, I'm on the clock here. Should I go Hollywood here to protect my Rashee Rice in this eliminator, or Mims, or Hollywood ain't bad?
It's not a bad idea because you have Kelsey too. So if Rice gets suspended to start the season, you got Rice and Kelsey to
I'm gonna
fill those points.
I'm gonna grab that. Now I got to be careful with my bye weeks. Let's see here. Mahomes and Fields are different bye weeks. Bijan and Trey Henderson are different bye weeks. Garrett Wilson, Rashee Rice, Debo are all different bye weeks. So really just Hollywood with Rashee Rice, and then my two tight ends, Bowers and Kelsey, different bye weeks. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Nothing wrong with it at all. So I can keep doing this. Hold on 1 second, John. Let me just draft again real quickly. So I have no other running back. Sharps just got taken. That's a brutal blow. Brutal. Now, here's a dilemma. I guess I'll go Ray Davis here. This is my third running back. I was tempted to reach down a ways, but I think that some of the guys that I'd be willing to take will fall. So I'm going to wait on them. But I was very, very tempted to go a different player. But Ray Davis, to me, feels like no matter what, he's guaranteed to get some run. And so if he gets the job, great. If he takes the job from Cook, or Cook gets hurt, great. If not, I think he's still going to be serviceable. He had 6 touchdowns last year without starting any games. So, I mean, they definitely like the kid a lot. Okay, back to your question, bro. Lad McConkey's tough because, like I said with J-Mo, I've got to, like, cut him down to size, and I don't even want to, you know. But Lad is a player that's getting overvalued. You know, in our drafts, he doesn't. He goes late second, which is where I think he kind of deserves to go. And honestly, like, JSN and Lad should probably go in the similar place. MHJ, JSN, Lad, those are all third round players to me. And Lad's, especially in best ball, getting shoved into the 14, 15 overall territory a lot of the time. And it's just not, he's exciting, but he hasn't earned that yet. You're buying him on the thought that he will be as good as he was in the playoffs, where he had 196 yards. You know, he had an unbelievable, game. And everybody's, I think, living so high on that game. They don't realize that he's only been a top 15 wide receiver 3 times during the regular season last year. He was only a top 15 wide receiver 3 times, which is crazy because it seemed like he was higher than that. And I don't know. It's not that I don't like him. I love Lad, but Trey Harris is a good player. Quentin Johnston, I think that'll wear off. But I'm just very, very cautious about drafting Lad as my second drafted player. That's not to crap on him at all.
Right. So like in full PPR, regular full PPR, would you say that you would most likely go A.J. Brown over Lad and London over Lad?
AJ Brown over Ladd, London over Ladd. I go London over both of them. AJ Brown and Ladd, I probably just want to draft a different player, bro. I like sometimes you guys give me that answer, and I could answer the question, but I'd rather give you my honest opinion, which is I'd try and not draft either at that ADP. I'd rather take London. I'd rather take Bucky early. I'd rather take a running back like Achane, Bucky, Genty, BTJ, any of those guys, and then get my player like Garrett Wilson later, a round later, and feel just as comfortable with him. Take Davis over Zach Charbonnet. No, I already told you I wanted Zach Charbonnet. He got sniped in the chat. Sorry.
Gotcha.
Hold on one second. Garendo.
No.
Garendo. I want league winners. I really do. I think Garendo's a league freaking winner, man. I'm going to go Garendo here. The question is, do I go with Kyle Williams next? Or do I take yet another RB and I scoop up a bunch of Keenan Allens? Or do I go Jaden Blue? Like, do I go Jaden Blue next? Do I go... Because I love Jaden Blue.
Yeah, Blue. Like Blue a lot. Kyle Williams is getting great reports.
He looks good. He looks good. Kyle Williams looks real good. Hold on one second. All right, anything else, John?
Yeah, one more question, interesting one. I seen your couple of videos that you made a few weeks ago back about your third pick, fourth pick about either Rice or Garrett Wilson. Would you do Garrett Wilson now over Rice since Rice has got all this stuff going on and he might be out for a couple of games? Or
I think, caller, hold on one second. Just mute yourself if you could. I think Rice goes in a different, like, look where I just took Rice, bro. You gotta know your ADPs and what you're dealing with right now. You know, Rice is not somebody that's getting drafted anywhere near. Who was the player you said? Garrett Wilson? Or
yeah, because I see them both falling in like the late third or even early fourth round.
Well, yeah, you're right. Sometimes Rice might still go there, but those are, I think, people that haven't reacted properly yet to the ADP or to the news. But like you can see here, I got Rice and Garrett Wilson. Now, they're not that far apart, but they are pretty far. I mean, Rice going at 46 versus Garrett Wilson 27. There was my third and my fourth round pick here in this draft. So I would say that indicates to you right there that the risk is needing to be baked in, but that got baked in a little too long. that got burned in the oven because Rice is fantastic in late fourth round. I mean, you miss a couple games, that's fine. You know, that's totally accounted for. So Bijan, my team is Bijan, Brock Bowers, Garrett Wilson, Rashee Rice, Trey Henderson, Deebo Samuel, Pat Mahomes, Kelsey, Justin Fields, Hollywood Brown. After Hollywood Brown, I took Ray Davis, Isaac Garendo, Jaden Blue, and RB. Just because those are league-winning running backs to me.
Yeah. So it's cool to go tight end like as your second pick if you got like a solid running back or a solid wide receiver. Tight end would be cool if you get Flowers.
It can work, but sometimes it doesn't work, bro. You know, sometimes the sleepers don't fall and you don't get Garrett Wilson and Rice. You know, if I didn't get Rice, maybe I would have regretted going early tight end. So you just really don't know, bro. It's not easy to predict. And
I like it where you had it too, where it's a quick turnaround, so you kind of see who's coming, who you can get in that third round.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Well, thanks, Smitty.
Right,
appreciate you taking my call, brother.
Yeah, no
Thank
problem.
you.
See you later. All right, let me go to the next caller. I appreciate you guys waiting patiently. 903 and then over to Vincent. 903, you're live.
What's up, man? It's Caden. I was talking to Travis about this trade and kind of going back and forth with you a couple weeks ago. He's been sending variations, but he just sent this. It's in my inbox right now. I would send Nico, London. No, sorry. I would receive Nico, London, JD, and a 2027 mid to late second. And I would give Chase, Jamar Chase, Drake May, Hampton, and a 27 late first.
I'm going to have to write that one down. Hold on, bro.
Yeah, it's a big one.
Let's see here. All right, hit me with it one more time.
So I send Jamar Chase, Drake May, Hampton, and a 27 first.
All right, hold on 1 second. Pause on that. Hampton in first. Okay, hold on. On the clock. Could definitely. You like Pat Bryant?
Yeah, you need another wide receiver.
Go Pat Bryant. I like Pat Bryant a lot. So my wide receivers are bye week 9, 10, 12, 10, 12. So I got to be careful. I'm probably going to take Jalen Royals, so that will give me 3 bye week 10s. But as long as I'm not taking another, even if it's 12, I'll be all right. All right, hold on. I got to take another selection. I could go wide receiver again. I could take, Keenan Allen early, Thornton really early, but Thornton should fall to my next pick. Willie, actually, hold on. Maybe he won't.
I think I guess it depends on how many people.
190. 190. He should fall.
If you want him, I'd take him.
He should fall to my next pick. Let's see here. Hold on. Let me see if there's anybody else I even want to take here, though. I don't think so. Michael Wilson, Jalen McMillan, or Keenan Allen. I'm going to take Keenan Allen. It's a risky pick here because you don't know what his bye week's going to be. I could get screwed on this, but I think I'll end up drafting in a way that. So let's say he ends up being bye week 10, and then I have just a 12, and a 9 still. So I'm fine there. And if he's bye week 12, I'll have a 10, and a 9 still. So I should be okay even if I get screwed on the bye week there. But my wide receiver room is Garrett Wilson, Rashee Rice, Deebo Samuel, Hollywood Brown, Pat Bryant, Keenan Allen. I'll take Royals later. My running back room is Bijan, Trey Henderson, Ray Davis, Garendo, Jaden Blue. And the bye weeks are 5, 14, 7, 14, 10. Quarterbacks are Mahomes and Fields. They're bye week 10 and 9. My tight ends are Brock Bowers and Kelsey, bye weeks 8 and 10. So eliminator, you got to be careful because the top 6 move on. So I'm at a disadvantage having Rashee Rice. Maybe he doesn't get suspended, though. We talked about that. But I'm at a disadvantage having Rashee Rice. But all I got to do is make it top 6 scoring from week 1. The top 6 move on. The bottom 6 get kicked out immediately and they're done. You're done. And then you have half the entrance gone. Then it's 1v1 the entire way. And every week the loser's out. They're done. And the winner moves on and matches up against one more. It's 1v1 the whole way. And then in the final week 17 battle, there's 3 teams left from all those 1v1s. And you go up against. So I got to make it through without Rice. So it's, it's complicated. But I kind of think that this team, to be honest with you, looking at it, I don't think this is, even if you took Rice off the board entirely, I still think I'm a top 6 team. It might be closer, but Bijan, Bowers, Garrett Wilson, and then Rice, Trey Henderson, Deebo, Mahomes, Kelsey, Justin Fields, Hollywood Brown, Ray Davis, Garendo, Jaden Blue. I really like this team. I think this team, it can, as long as I get through with Rice, I'm gonna be very tough. Now
and you're covering yourself with Rice.
Yeah, I think I'm doing a good job with that. I have. I'll probably go Noah Gray later. So this is 6. So 3 picks left. Noah Gray will be my last pick. This will be Thornton, who's got a bye week of 8, which is perfect. So Thornton's bye week 8. And this next pick, my last pick will be Gray. This pick this could either be a quarterback or another running back. Let's see, my wide receivers are fine. I could go another RB, but I'm pretty comfortable with Bijan, Henderson, Ray Davis, Garendo, Blue. But I could go Brashard Smith instead of a second quarterback. Or I could go Milroe and Brashard Smith, or I could go Brashard Smith and Gray, or I could go Gray and Brashard Smith. Chat, what do you think on that?
If you're comfortable at tight end, you could go Milroe Smith. If you want that.
Kelsey Bowers, no Gray. The only thing is this 1v1 thing. Let's do. Damn it, let's do it. Let's do it. Brashard Smith. Now, I don't know if I should have went. Okay, yeah, Royals should fall too. Oh, it's kind of close. Maybe I should have taken Royals. I was timing out. So if Royals goes, no big deal. If Royals goes, I'll take Gray. If he doesn't, I'll take Royals. But Royals' ADP is 214, and that's where my next pick is. So we'll see what happens.
Just roll
all right.
the two QBs.
Let me.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what?
I mean, you can go in any direction. You're deep enough. Just go with you guys.
I don't know, guys. What do you think? Would you rather have? So I'm covered. I'm covered either way. I have a really good QB and tight end room that I could go either way. I've got Mahomes by week 10 and Fields by week 9. And
you could gamble or bet that, you know, if you lose one of your QB, your elite QBs, you'd be in trouble anyway. So you could just ride with it too. I think you need more depth.
I think if, let's say, yeah, I guess you got to debate Royals now too. Royals, Milroe, or Gray, because I went Brashard Smith without. I was getting timed out, and I'm like, I want to make sure I get him. I think quarterback is the most important position in this. They score the most points, and if Fields were to go down before Mahomes is by week 10, I'm probably eliminated him by week 10. You know. So you got to look at it from that perspective. I think if something else happens, I mean, if let's say the same thing happened with my tight ends, your tight end could score like 9 points, so you could probably still be okay. But your quarterback could score, you know, they score a massive amount more. I'm probably going to say I'm going to go Milroe. Milroe also gives me a player that I believe is different and unique. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of nice, you know, to have something that is not normally drafted. So 216 is the final draft slot. Milroe's ADP is 215. So he's almost the last pick, if that. I'm gonna go Milroe here. Should I go Jackson Dart? Just kidding. I'm gonna go Milroe. I'm gonna put my balls on the line here, on the table. Because Milroe, I think, is a monster, and everyone's going to be just clamoring for him on the waiver wire because they're not going to listen to this channel. Not that he's easy to roster in like smaller leagues, though. You kind of almost have to monitor him. But I'm going to go ahead and say I'm going to roll the dice, and my wide receivers are already stacked. I'm fine without Royals. I like Royals, but I did choose between Brashard Smith and Royals, and my running back room was a little weaker than my wide receiver room. So very, very solid team. Love the squad. Feel like it's a fantastic team. Let me send my roster over, and then I don't know if we'll draft another one or not. I'll think about it, but I definitely want to help the caller. Who's on the phone line? Is it John? Is it John?
Hayden.
Oh, Hayden. Okay, Hayden. Hold on a second. Let me switch over. I'll evaluate my team in a second. So Jamar Chase, Drake May, Hampton, and a first rounder. Is it mid?
Yeah, mid to late.
Okay, mid to late, and then and you're gonna get back what now? Nico,
London, JD, and a 27 second.
London, JD 5.
Yep.
And
Superflex.
Superflex, yes sir.
And a second rounder. So JD 5 a second, London, Nico, Chase, May, Hampton first.
Yep.
Rain says the dude's been waiting for his trade to be evaluated. I'm sorry, bro. I didn't mean to make you wait so long. And Vincent hung up right then. Vincent, call back. I'll help you, Vincent. I got you. Chase, May, Hampton, first, mid first. Okay. I think didn't we go over this? We already went over this. What changed?
We did a variation. Yeah, a variation.
Yeah, he's been trying to get something.
Okay, so I remember what I said was the discrepancy, not that I don't love Drake May, I do, but the discrepancy between JD5 and May is massive. It is super flex. This is the number 1 overall pick, and May probably goes in some circles. He could go in round 2 or 3, I suppose, but he's probably fallen, a lot further than that. So this is a big ass discrepancy, massive. Now, if we took my favorite wide receiver on this side, London versus Jamar Chase, of course I'm taking Jamar Chase. I'm not a moron, at least not a total moron. But I believe that I can envision London, Chase getting banged up or the Bengals starting. I could see London having a top 3-4 wide receiver season, and Chase is not someone that I believe is always going to be locked into the 1 spot every year. I do think he's top 5, but London can overlap into that area. So I don't think the discrepancy is even like remotely close to the discrepancy we have between the 2 quarterbacks. So you've got a major advantage still. Nico Hampton, you could easily argue Hampton or Nico over Hampton, but I wouldn't blame anyone for quietly liking Hampton more or whatever. And so the question is then going to come down to this first rounder versus the second rounder. Bro, I just don't see how Chase can close this gap, because if Nico and Hampton were let's even say they were washes, which they're not, Nico's got higher value. The London discrepancy, this first rounder can't close this gap. JD5 is so massively more valuable. I'm going to say it's still this side, the JD5 side. I'm not trading that side, or if you're getting that, I take it.
Yeah, it's in my inbox right now, so I was just waiting to hit accept.
Chat, what do you think? I saw one JD5 vote. I like Hampton a lot too, but there's, it's not like you 100% know what it's all going to look like with Harbaugh. Harbaugh is a unique bird. He's a rare bird. So I love him. Hampton.
If that was an early first, would it change your mind, or does that not even matter to you?
I think if you told me it's the 1.1, I think it would definitely.
Okay.
And to be fair, if you told me there's the 1.1 and we were really close to the draft, as I always say, there's one thing that's almost guaranteed, that the sun will rise and that draft picks will get more valuable as you approach the NFL draft, and especially the rookie draft. So the 1.1 will be massively more expensive, especially the way people are trash talking the 2026 draft. It's insane. JD5, Chase side. Take the JD5 side. The chat is weighing more on the JD5 side, but because you did get 2 or 3 votes on the Nico side, I mean I'm sorry, the Chase side, that it's arguable for sure.
Okay, gotcha. I think I'm gonna hit accept. I think I'm gonna do it. I already have Jefferson as well, so I feel like not having Chase isn't massive.
Yeah, and Smitty's made the point before where, if you look, there's been 2 years where Chase was I think it was wide receiver 10 and 11. So,
bro,
they can, cross streams and pass.
Yeah. If you wanted me to make an argument, bro, hardcore argument, London over Jamar Chase, even if you're getting something relatively significant, I could make it. I'm not saying I believe it. I'm just saying I could make you believe it. There's so many counterpoints I could throw down, and there's reasons to believe. You got Joe Burrow staying healthy, you got Jamar Chase staying healthy, you have the Bengals starting slow. Look at the Bengals and the way they're operating with this contract stuff right now. Very easily, it's crazy, man. There's a lot of negatives, but I'm still drafting him as the number 1 wide receiver. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, if somebody said, convince me to take Chase over BTJ and my life is on the line, I want to go, bro, this is not a good bet. It's, you know, I would take Chase. I lean toward that. You know, it's kind of like putting your, you know, it's not like, you know, whether Steph Curry's going to make this free throw. Like, your odds are much different. It's more like Shaq at the line. Or it's more like, will Shaq, the idea of Jamar Chase being the number one wide receiver, the odds are better. The odds are more like Shaq will miss this shot. Like, he could still make it, but he's going to probably miss it. And so it's kind of like, those are the odds. Chase being the number one wide receiver is the same odds as Shaq missing a shot. It's really good. But a free throw.
Perfect, man. I appreciate it.
All right, later, bro. That other caller, if you want to call back Vincent, was it? Vincent, I'll answer your question, bro, real quick. I'm sorry about the wait. Let me go over to these super chats real quickly. Let me get these out of the way. Oh, I'm so sorry, Buzz. Buzz and Jake have been sitting here. Smitty, it's Angus. No, I got that one, Jake. Thank you. Appreciate Angus for the super chat. This one, should I tear down? Oh, I did answer that one. Tear down from Chase to Neighbors. I don't know if I answered it fully, but no, I wouldn't. Not. I mean, tell me what the offer is. Rhino, talking about the jogger pants. I did take care of that one. Mike, are you still here? I don't think I got Mike's. Mike's is the only one I hadn't got to. Rate my Dynasty team. QB Trevor Fields. I assume this is one QB, it says down at the bottom. Okay, so Trevor Fields. I like Fields. Fields is your number one right now. Not that T-Law can't get the job from him, but Bijan, Henry, Bucky, Blue, Lamb, Rice, Devontae Smith, Worthy, DJ Moore. I assume DJ Moore. Trade him on the high if you can. Hawkinson, Kraft. Start 9, half PPR, 3 flexes. Ah, man, I don't know. I think I like this team, by the way. This team is a really, really, it's a really good team. I think I'm trying to upgrade Fields into Mahomes, Bo Nix. I'm trying to upgrade Henry and maybe DJ Moore and maybe even Hawkinson and bank on Kraft to try and get one better player. You know, if you could trade Hawkinson, DJ Moore, and Henry for one player, I'd maybe do that with this team because you'd have Bijan, Bucky, Lamb, Rice, Worthy. It's fantastic. I think I would
go
try.
After Gibbs,
and even if you
wide receivers.
Yeah, and even if you couldn't get that, like Henry, Hawkinson, and DJ Moore for HN. I mean, would you rather have Hampton over Henry and DJ Moore and Hawkinson? I mean, it's Dynasty. It's hard to say. Like, of course, you could take a major hit for 1 year, but I'd probably want more. But
I was gonna say you could probably even get another piece in there with Hampton. The right buyer.
Running back. What other running back could you get? Genty, no. No one's giving you Genty. I mean, you could try that for Genty. You could try that for Gibbs. You could try that for... You already got Bucky. HN. Henry for Kyron. Give him one of those guys. Get DJ Moore and Henry for Kyron. DJ Moore, Henry for Hall. Do those trades, Mike. Rock out. You're live. Thanks, Mike.
I give you my team.
Joseph, you clearly didn't listen. I mean, you like what I said. You literally repeated what I said. I don't know. You might want to rewind it. I mean, what are you talking about? What the F are we saying? Chase over London? You just, bro, you didn't listen at all to anything I said. Go ahead, rock out.
All right. Quarterback, Bo Nix, Tua, Rogers. Running back, Bijan, RV, Mason, Ray Davis, Lil Bill. Wide receiver, Garrett, JSN, Debo, Mbuka, Trey Harris, Pat Bryant, Yoshi Voss, tight end, Bowers, Pitts, and Ferguson.
Nice. Nice job. Nice job, my boy.
That's it.
Neighbors. Final thoughts, gentlemen. Neighbors. Any thoughts on Neighbors? Rock out.
I mean, if I had the choice of BTJ, I would take him over Neighbors.
Does the chat agree? Redraft BTJ over Neighbors at this point.
For now, yeah.
And chat, vote on it in the chat. Very, very curious.
And this is why, especially in redraft, I like doing my league drafts further into August. You know more. I know some people like to do them right away. They think it's an advantage. But
All right, London or Neighbors redraft. What do you guys say on the phone line, and what do you guys say in the chat?
I'm taking London because I shy away from an injury.
Yeah, I'm pretty high on London. And it's
Like you said,
sometimes St. Brown's falls too.
Yeah, and that's 4 red flags now for Neighbors for the time being.
At least.
Yeah.
Yep.
And keep in mind that anybody saying Neighbors has tons of shares of them already. It's unfortunate that you're going to have that.
Someone said London's overrated. I'm like,
Yeah, that's Joseph. Don't mind Joseph. He doesn't know what he's saying. We just waved him. Hi, Joseph. Hi. Glad you made it here, Joseph. I mean, Joseph, the phone line's open.
Colin, Joseph.
I'm here for a few more minutes, Joseph, and then I'm out of here. So if you want to step out into the pantry, hold the light, sit on the bucket, and go, I'm not allowed to cook right now, but I thought I'd try it. Here's why I don't like London. I mean, I like London. I'm gonna backtrack. I like London. No, you don't, Joseph. You don't like London. Yeah, but I like them. You just called them overrated. Yeah, but I'm on the phone line now.
No soup for you.
I'm on the phone line. I like them.
I thought we took care of the London haters last.
No, bro doesn't know what he's talking about. That's right. He won't call anyway, but he doesn't know what he's talking about.
No one looked at the film, the eye test, the stats alone.
Oh.
Got a lot of things going for him.
All right. Anything else, rock out? Yeah, he ain't calling. He's just responding from the chat. He's the third rounder at best.
Come on, man, he rage baited at this point.
Oh, he's not. The only rage is coming from the viewers. All right. Hi, Joseph. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. Glad you made it. All right. Got to go. Rock out. Appreciate you, bro. See you tomorrow.
All right, see you.
Later. Travis, anything else?
Nope. Talk to you later, Smitty. Thanks. Bye.
Okay, bro. All right. Good team. I don't think I reviewed it yet. Real quickly, let me show you the squad. Squad looks good. This is definitely a solid team. Just a solid squad. Really, really good eliminator. And keep in mind the eliminator is a top 6 make it out of week 1, and then it's 1v1 all the way. So you gotta be able to make it past every single week. And so the Rishi Rice roadblock is definitely, something to think about. Let me see here real quickly. Where's Roy's room? Let's go to Joseph's room. Joseph. Joseph's room. Joseph. Psst. Joseph. Draft London this year. I know I'm from the future. Trust me, Joseph. You'll win your league. Sleep tight. Patrick Mahomes, Justin Fields, Milroe. Loving it. Bijan, Trey Henderson, Ray Davis, Isaac Guerrero, Jaden Blue, Brashard Smith. Risky but fun running back room to go along with this monster lower half of this team. Garrett Wilson, Rashee Rice, Debo Samuel, Hollywood Brown, Pat Bryant, Keenan Allen, Dante Thornton, and then you got Brock Bowers and Travis Kelce. Loving the squad. Bowers, Garrett Wilson, Rice, Debo, Bijan, Mahomes, Trey Henderson. Look at it. Look at it. Take it in. Take it in. You guys, I give you permission to use this as your screensaver on your phone or on your desktop or both. Oh, don't forget I'm going over to the Patreon right now, and we're going to start talking right now. I'm going to type a message here. Any post-show topics, boom, right there. If anybody wants to become a part of the Patreon group, all you have to do is click on this link right here. Patreon membership is $10 a month, cancel anytime. I love Mayor of Kingstown. I'm through episode 2, I think, so it's pretty good, man. I like it. It's good. It's looking good. I appreciate the recommendations on it. I usually see everything too, but that one I hadn't. It's good. I like it a lot. 24/7 live chat group. I'm in there right now. I just posted a message. $10 a month, cancel anytime. It's packed during game days too. It's just packed. We're all inside this game day lounge chat room. But it's basically, we narrowed it down to about 4 or 5 chats now. We used to have like 7, but we simplified it to make it easier to navigate. It's just 4 different chat rooms. The general, rookies. We got rid of best ball and assistant general. But we climb into this game day lounge and chat like crazy during the games. It's just packed. And it's awesome. I will see you all tomorrow. Appreciate every single one of you. Don't forget to click that underdog link that's in the description of the video. It's also pinned in the live chat, and Code Smitty gets it done as well if you want to be a part of the next draft. We draft pretty much every night. We go live almost every single night at midnight Eastern. I will see you all tomorrow. Appreciate you all. See you all on the Patreon. Don't forget to get on over to thefantasyfootballshow.com as well for year-round rankings, bold predictions, trade calculators, all that good stuff. Thefantasyfootballshow.com. Patreon link was just dropped. See you over on the Patreon. This one's for Joseph. Joseph. Here you go, bro. This one's for you, Joseph.
Mr. London, what seems to be the problem? I've been a little off. Can't seem to get things going, if you know what I mean. I think I have just the thing for you, Mr. London.
See you all tomorrow. Again, I'm live Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Live additionally whenever news breaks, and live additionally almost every single graveyard Eastern, midnight Eastern time frame. See you all tomorrow, multiple times tomorrow. Hit that like button on the way out the door. Subscribe if you're new. You don't need any other place to go. We're live more than you can even consume the content. I can nearly assure you of that. See you all tomorrow. Oh, Kruger wanted to say bye. At least he was gonna say bye. Oh, Kruger! Oh, Kruger! Kruger, say bye to the people.
I'll catch you all later. Stay loose, stay flowing, and don't forget to drop a deuce on that like button. See you next time.
Thanks, Krug. Hey, Krug, what do you think of this team so far? Or not so far. I finished the draft. This is an eliminator draft. Mahomes is my starting quarterback. Bijan and Trey Henderson, my running backs. Trevion Henderson. We've got Garrett Wilson, Rashee Rice, suspension and all. We don't care. Deebo Samuel, Hollywood Brown, protecting that suspension maybe. We got Brock Bowers at the tight end position. Kruger, tell me we're having a pizza party with that.
That sounds like a pretty awesome lineup. I mean, you've got Mahomes leading the charge, which is always a great start. Bijan and Trevion Henderson in the backfield is a fantastic combo. And your wide receivers, Garrett Wilson, Rashee Rice, Deebo, Hollywood. Oh, that team sounds pretty stacked. With Mahomes leading the way at quarterback, you know you're in good hands. Bijan and Trevion Henderson make a really strong...
He's like repeating himself.
Your wide receivers are looking great with Garrett Wilson, and even with Rashee Rice's suspension.
He just repeated himself.
Brock Bowers at tight end is a fun high upside pick. Sounds like a pizza party kind of lineup to me.
Yeah. Hey, and a question. Look through the NFL policies. Comb through it. Is there a chance? Yeah, his voice did change. Is there a chance that that Rashee Rice doesn't even get suspended? Because the third-degree misdemeanor doesn't appear on the NFL policy to require a suspension. But can you dig for me right now?
So it looks like Rashee Rice has been sentenced to 20 days in jail and 5 years probation for that high-speed dance. The NFL hasn't announced any suspension yet, so there's still a chance that he might not get one. It's definitely something we'll have to keep an eye on.
Right, I just said that. I just said that. Hold on. Where's my I just said that button? It's somewhere around here. Hold on, Kruger. Let me hit this for you. We don't always press this button for you, but where did I put it? I just said that.
No worries. It's always good to double check.
Now, hold on, Kruger. Hold on. Where's my button for that? Oh, here it is.
Smitty just said that.
Kruger. Oh, where's Kruger? He left. What I'm asking, Kruger, is can you dig into the NFL policy regarding the mandatory suspension, if there is one, for a third-degree misdemeanor like Rashee Rice's accident?
So it looks like third-degree misdemeanor doesn't necessarily mean there's a mandatory suspension under the NFL's personal policy. The policy gives the commissioner a lot of discretion. So even if it's not explicitly listed, the commissioner can still decide on a suspension based on the details of the case. We'll have to see how it plays out.
Do you think Taylor Swift will have to approve any sort of suspension?
Well, Taylor Swift might have a lot of influence in the world, but I don't think the NFL is going to consult her on any suspensions. It's definitely up to the commissioner and the league's policies.
I don't know about that, Krug. Haven't you seen her at every single game? Haven't you seen the fact that they plan her Eras Tour around... they plan the NFL schedule around her Eras Tour? I don't think she would approve of a suspension for any one of the players on said team, Kansas City Chiefs.
I love the theory. She definitely seems to have a big presence, and it's fun seeing her at all the Chiefs games.
Is it? But is it?
You get where you're coming from. It's definitely fun to imagine her having that level of influence. I think the NFL's decision-making is still pretty separate from the pop world, but hey, it's always fun to speculate.
About that, Kruger. Kruger, appreciate you. Have a good night. Tell everybody deuce again. We're out of here.
You got it. Deuces, everyone. Have a great night, and we'll catch you next time.
Watch this. Hey, Ziggy, how long will Rashee Rice's suspension be?
I don't know that one.
He's so worthless. Dose.
Your Bijan card has been revoked.